7 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's time for the Homegrown Radio Hour. I'm Tara Bassett. So glad to be with you on this lovely Wednesday night. Sunshine day. Very nice temperatures. Very glad to be here tonight. Yeah, it's been a big day. My big boy Brady had surgery. He had to have a cancerous tumor removed, and it turned out to be 2. But the good news is when they send it away for pathology, if it's a stage 1 or stage 2, they don't have to do anything. So we're going to hope that it's that. We're not going to go any farther than that. So I'm very excited to be out of the house because I've been lying on the floor with my staggeringly drunk dog who weighs 90 pounds, and I had to get up the stairs and off the back of my car with a ramp, and he didn't want to go, and he was standing with his feet all splayed out. Oh my God, he's got 2 big wounds, but they're on each side. So he can't get comfortable.
Poor thing.
So I've got my buddy over there sitting him for a while I'm doing the show. And I'm so glad to be here because my guests, who I have been waiting to have on, it seems like forever, Keltricity. And ladies and gentlemen, I just posted a sample of Keltricity's beautiful sound. So you can see it on my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. And very quickly, we are going to be seeing live on YouTube this fantastic band. So Colin, if you are streaming us live, we are getting ready to go. And Keltricity, welcome to the show. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks.
So we have Henry Austin, Caroline Yeager, Laurel Fuson, right?
Right.
And Anne-Marie Blanton. And gosh, it's good to see you, Anne-Marie. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I know. Get close to that mic when you talk, because then my old ears can't hear you. So what brought you 4 together?
Well,
Kismet?
It's a long and winding road.
Irish luck.
yeah, it's a long and winding road. That's true. The band itself has been together for 7 years now, and we've had several different personnel changes during that time. And Laurel and I have played in another band before this one called My Darling Asleep, which was another Celtic band in town.
I love it.
And we also had played before that, so we've known each other, what do we figure?
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
Wow.
And been playing about that same length of time,
That's
too.
awesome.
Off and on, but
That's older than
don't
when
go
I was
there.
born.
Don't go there. Wait.
Poor Henry.
Man, I
And they
know.
still play with us.
Yeah, that's right. I know. So, anyways, we had another fiddle player, and recently she said I needed to stop. We're playing too much, and she had other things that were on her plate too. So that's where Anna came into the picture.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
It has been, I can tell. So let's start with the first song. What are you going to do to kick us off with Keltricity music?
Okay. I think we're going to do an instrumental first called 1st of August, and second tune is called Wind Broke. And the Wind Broke is a little story behind that too, that the person who wrote it, the father was a flute player, and so they would do these sessions, that would just go on and on forever. And finally the father would use the term, I'm just wind broke. I can't do it anymore. So that's how that came about.
Good. All right, let's hear it. This is Keltricity on the Homegrown Radio Hour, WCHQ 100.9 FM Crescent Hill Radio. at Keltricity on Crescent Hill Radio. You guys just have such a cool sound. I mean, I just go back to the olden days in Ireland and think of it. I was there 3 years ago and had such a marvelous time. And I got to hear all kinds of beautiful music, and you guys just got it.
Took you there, huh?
You got it. You just took me there.
That's great.
So I like the wind broke story. Tell me another good one, Henry.
Another good one. Well, we also didn't finish our story about how did Caroline come to the group also, because she's the newest member of our group.
No, she's not. That's the newest member.
That's true.
Our little Scorpio.
That's
Our
true.
little audience right here.
Yeah, we're going to have another member soon. That's true.
When is Caroline's baby due?
She is due November 6th.
Have you picked a name yet?
Yes, we're going to name her Remy.
Oh, I love that name.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Thank you. This is actually number 2. So she has a big sister as well.
And what's her name?
Aurora.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, these are such beautiful names.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. So this is very exciting. We have. And what is Aurora's birthday?
September 13th of last year. So she's just a year old, basically.
She's a Virgo.
I hadn't looked it up.
Virgos
I usually don't know what she is.
My dad was a Virgo, and he was my dearest friend. So Virgos and Scorpios go together.
Oh, great.
Good
Good.
job.
That's good. Isn't
Good.
Good job. We're
Excellent.
on the right track.
You can't return her now.
I know.
Okay, so
stuck.
Caroline's the newest member, as you were saying, of
Yeah.
Keltricity.
So about how long? Was it 2 or 3
Um,
months maybe?
In the summer,
Kinda-
right?
Oh, my
Just
goodness.
June, maybe? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think in June.
Yeah. So very, very new. And
4 months, yeah.
We ask a lot of our 2 new members. Anna's fairly new too, and they had to learn a whole bunch of tunes before we could even go out.
I
you know?
bet.
So, and we have hours worth of music probably.
Yes, I'm sure you
Some
do.
of which we haven't even gotten to yet.
She cranks that violin, though, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
Yes, she does.
Yeah,
Yes, she
very much so.
Laurel's taken off with the accordion, and boy, you got some good guitar sounds there. And then, of course, Caroline, she's got it.
Yeah.
She's got. When you start finishing getting pregnant, they've told me, because I have never been pregnant, that the baby starts pressing up on your vocal cords.
You got it on the diaphragm.
on
for
the
sure.
diaphragm, and it's like, oh, well, how do I do this now? She might
Oh,
need
yeah.
a little break in those last few weeks.
That's it. That
Very,
is the
very-
plan. They've been very, very flexible and
Good.
nice to me about that.
Very
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next on the playlist, guys?
We'll do Sky Boat song. Okay.
That sounds like fun.
So the Sky Boat song, if you don't know, is there's a TV show that was called Outlander.
Right.
It's still on too, or it's coming on again. About roughly 1700 Scotland, and however time shifts back and forth to between then and kind of World War II, wasn't it? I think. So the woman, the main character, she time shifts. So between those two.
Awesome.
And when she goes back to Scotland, she meets this very handsome young man in a kilt named Jamie. And so it's a big soap opera, kind of. But the theme song for this show, though, is this song that we're going to play right now. And it's a traditional song called the Sky Boat song. So it'll be familiar to some folks that watch that TV show.
Sounds awesome. Keltricity on the Homegrown Radio Hour.
Anna, could you play me an A? Sing me a song of a lass who is gone. Say, could that lass be I? Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky. More was astern, rum on the port, egg on the starboard bow. Glory of youth glowed in her soul. Where is that glory now? soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky. Sing me a song of a lass who is gone. Say, could that lass be I? Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky. Over the sea to sky. Over the sea to sky.
Oh my goodness, that was so good. I love the a cappella, especially when you get into the harmony with the violin then and Caroline, Anna Marie, beautiful. And then that last little combo of the two of your voices. Laurel,
No, I'm sorry. No.
Henry, how did you guys land these two and teach them all?
Oh, well.
And you taught them so well.
They have.
Goodness gracious.
They had a lot to start with, so that's weird. So
What was the origin of that song?
Scotland. It's Scottish.
It sounded a little bit
Scottish.
Scottish to me.
Yeah.
And Robert Louis Stevenson. The words are taken from a poem of his.
That's why it sounded very familiar to me. How beautiful was that? You got it tuned there, Henry?
Yes, I think so. Does it make a difference?
No,
Wait,
no. But I thought it was lovely that Caroline carried that a cappella line all the way up to the beginning without even a flinch, even a snick, even a snick.
She's
Yeah.
rock solid.
Absolutely.
Rock solid.
Rock solid singing.
So,
Tell me about the guitar.
huh?
Tell me about your guitar. Everybody's got a personal story about their guitar.
Oh, okay.
Would you just borrow it for the night or what?
Yeah. I don't actually own one. I have to go pick it up. Some guy was going by on the street.
I thought so.
No, I have several guitars, but this is probably my favorite one.
Is
So it's a Taylor and just beautiful, has great sustain on it, rosewood back and so forth. So
Wow.
I have another Taylor also. Those are my favorites, I guess. It's more of a almost more of a bluegrassy style guitar, that one though, and it's older, quite a bit older, and it sounds great. I don't play it very often in this band though.
So you're saying certain guitars only know certain music?
That's well,
This is the Keltricity guitar, and then we got the bluegrass guy who only knows bluegrass.
that's right.
I love that.
So this guitar came from Guitar Emporium here in town.
Of course
though.
it did.
And I spent like a whole afternoon playing probably every guitar they had,
I bet.
until I found the sweet one, and that's this one. So,
Everybody in the world buys their stuff at Guitar
Yeah,
Emporium.
yeah.
Very
So-
popular place.
So I've had lots of guitars through the years, though. I started playing when I was 13,
Wow.
so I'm quite an old guy now. So, but my first guitar was a pawn shop guitar, a Harmony, if anybody knows what that is, and hard to play. It was shocking pink, also.
Wow.
And,
No way.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was.
I like that.
And but I did paint it. I painted it black then, 'cause it was, but I wish I had kept it, and I wished I had kept it pink now.
Aw.
So it would have been a collector's item, maybe. So
That's amazing. What a great story.
Yeah.
I love that. Anna Maria, you want to tell us about your violin?
I have probably at this point 5 violins.
Oh my gosh.
My husband's like, no more violins.
no more wire hangers.
Yeah. This one I came across on accident. I play Abbey Road on the River every year.
Right.
And it's just when you're out in that heat, it can damage a violin. And
Sure.
my main violin got a real bad crack down the front of it.
Oh,
and
no.
had to ship it off to get fixed. And I borrowed this from a friend to use. And I was like, ooh, this sounds really nice. And I was like, do you want to part with this? And I ended up buying it off of a friend of mine, and
How cool.
been playing it since
I
then.
thought you were going to say I just never returned it.
That would have been way cheaper.
That's right. That's right.
So what is the average cost of a violin nowadays? The quality of which you would play, I should say.
I guess in the classical world, if you look at a professional orchestra, most of their instruments start around 20 grand.
Unbelievable.
Bluegrass players. Now, I don't own anything of that price range, but I mean, a real good fiddle violin, I mean, you could easily pay like 5 to 10 grand for.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Laurel, I'm going to hold off on the accordion story, so be thinking about it as you play the next song, okay? Henry, what's the next one there, buddy?
Carrick-a-reed.
Yeah,
All
Carrick-a-reed.
right, good.
Now, there's a story about this one, too.
All right.
It's interesting.
Give it to us.
And it's Carrick-a-reed is a place in Northern Ireland where the mainland and a peninsula are connected by this scary, scary, scary rope bridge. And it has been rebuilt, but it's been there for a long time. I don't know when it may have, first been put out there. But the objective was that it allowed fishermen to go from the mainland out to this peninsula, and they would fish off of that then. But this thing was over a huge drop off into the ocean, and it's still there, and it's now touristy. Like I say, they've rebuilt the bridge. But in this story, there's a young woman, and she's trying to get to her lover who's out there on the peninsula. So she goes out in the middle of the night. Also, it's completely dark. She has to go across this bridge that's just rope and wooden slats for steps, and some of those are missing, and she's just petrified, and but she's determined to get across, and that's the story behind this one. Right? Anything?
I've got all the information you'd ever want to know on Carrick-a-reed.
You
Right here from Wikipedia. This is awesome. It says salmon fishermen have been building bridges to the island for over 350 years. And it has taken many forms. In the 70s, it had only one handrail and large gaps between the slats. And a new bridge, tested up to 10 tons, was built with the help of local climbers and abseilers in 2000. Another was built in 2004, and the current one was built in 2008. So I think that's pretty cool.
And in the story I hear, too, that new one even, tourists will go over it, and some are so frightened to come back over, they can't do it, and they have to have helicopters come and take them back over to the mainland.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, 66 feet of hell to go across if you don't like heights.
Yeah.
All right, because it's 98 feet off the ground. All right, this is Keltricity on the Homegrown Radio Hour, WCHQ 100.9 FM.
The miles from Ballantoy, no shining moon to light my way across the fields of Larry Bain and the rope bridge where my love waits. Fishermen lie in their beds, salmon spawn in Moyle's blue sea, and you lie there grass, waiting for me on Carrick-a-reed. One step into Your sweet kiss will bring the rest. Your mouth on my mouth, wave on wave. We will meet the sea's loud roar. No better way to cheat the grave. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 20 and 4, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 20 and 4, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Let go, let go.
Oh my gosh, the harmonies. Colin, can you believe these harmonies? He's rocking it. He's loving it. We have all kinds of music coming in here, from singer-songwriters to big bands, and God, you guys are just killing me. I just love it. I hope my mother's listening, because she's 95. She's in Florida with my sister now, but she went to Ireland, and that night that we were all together, I actually broadcast my Take It From Tara show live from Donegal. And Kathy Weisbach was here in the studio running the board, and it was incredible. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. And so we sat around the kitchen after we did the live show. I had all these fabulous musicians from Donegal who'd been around for years. So they all came and they played on the show. And then we went down to the kitchen afterwards, and we were all just sitting around the counter, and somebody started singing. And there were no instruments. It was just singing. And so everybody took a turn, and it was just incredible. But this is just, it's taking me back.
Wow.
Totally
Right,
taking me
that's great.
back. I mean, my mother's a McLaughlin. My grandmother was a McTaggart. And we met cousins we never knew we had.
You come by this honestly. Then.
Yeah,
That's
my
it.
mother had a first cousin she'd never met, and it was the coolest thing ever. They looked alike. That was the scary part. And I have cousins I'd never met, so I had a blast. I mean, it was so cool. So play me some more music so I can just sit here and dream. And I know everybody else is too. I mean, just amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, wait, I forgot. I want to ask Laurel about her accordion.
That's all right. I was hoping you'd forgotten.
Tell me about tell me about the accordion, Laurel.
Well, I fell in love with it about 30 years ago when I started doing contra dancing, and somebody there had an accordion, and I don't guess I'd ever really paid attention to him, and I thought, I bet I could learn how to play that. I already knew how to play the piano, and I thought, it's portable. I'll never play the violin, it's just too late to start that, but I bet I could figure out what to do with, one side or the other. So I
Cool.
did, and started playing for contra dances and Scottish country dancing, and had a band called Scots Measure 30-something years ago with
Wow.
2 other women, and we played for dances.
So how hard was it to figure it out? Did you teach yourself, or did you have
Yeah,
someone teach you?
I did. I thought I was pretty unteachable at that point in my life. So if I was going to learn how to play the accordion, I had to do it myself.
Amazing.
So, yeah, it took a while to figure out what the buttons on the
I was
left
just
side
going to
were
ask
for.
you if you would explain to those who are looking, because we're streaming this to YouTube Live. So anybody who wants to see it can see it and hear it. So we can see you on the radio. What do the buttons do?
They're bass buttons, and you have minors and majors and sevenths, and if you have larger accordions, they become more elaborate and have diminished chords and other things. And there is a pattern to it, so you can figure it out.
Yeah, I was
They're
just
in
going to say,
fifths.
how would you feel all of those little buttons and know which one was which?
You learn how to do it eventually, and some of them
Amazing.
have little notches in them, like the C chord and the E chord.
Ah.
So you can kind of figure out from there.
Wow, isn't that cool? I love that. I'm so glad I asked. I am so glad I asked. Okay, now, Henry, I'm ready.
I'm glad I only have 6 strings. That's all I can say.
I was just thinking that. She should be in Mensa to be able to play that thing.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Well, we should mention, too, that we do have a 5th member as well, and who is not able to be with us today. He's out traveling, so he's a sailor, so he
Cool.
has a boat that's up east, and he's gone there to get it ready to come back here, actually. So that's Joe Birch, though. And
Is he going to sail it back here? Or
no, they'll have it trucked back, I guess, and yeah.
Good idea to get all boats off the water right about now.
Yes, I think so.
Especially south of Apalachicola.
Yeah.
All the way over.
Joe is a mandolin player, though,
Oh, wow.
too. And so he and Laurel and I started this group together along with another person, too.
Uh-huh.
And then, so we're the 3 originals. And these folks are newbies, but are just taking off like crazy, too, though.
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
Well, you guys have a great sound, and next break I'm going to ask you about any upcoming gigs that you might want to promote.
Okay.
Be glad to do that too. This is Keltricity. They're on the Homegrown Radio Hour on WCHQ 100.9 FM. I'm Tara Bassett, and I am so glad to be able to host this show and get to hear great music coming in every single week. This is an absolute delight to me. So please take it away, Keltricity.
Okay. So as you can imagine, this is another one that has a story behind it. So,
Tell me.
This is called A Dance to the St. Anne's Reel. And St. Anne's Reel is a traditional dance tune. It's been around since, probably 1700s, you imagine? Yeah.
Cool.
And we do always say that we play the top 10 hits of the 1700s is what we do as a band. So. But anyways, it's a traditional dance tune. A woman over in southern Illinois named Will Mehring, who's actually more of a bluegrass player and all, put words to the old tune, and it became this. And so it's a song that she did, and it's called A Dance to the St. Anne's Reel. It's a kind of a tune about immigration also.
Wow.
Where a man has left Ireland and he's coming to America, which is what they would have called it at that time. America, yep. And he's missing Ireland. And as we know, the Irish were not welcome here when they first came. And
That's right.
Louisville actually had riots and everything, Bloody Monday, and where lots of Irish and German immigrants were killed. So it's a song kind of about, bringing traditions here, though. And in fact, that's what happened. A lot of these tunes became bluegrass tunes later.
Play it, Henry.
We will. Stood on the deck with his case in his hand, gazed to the west at a strange new land, hummed an old tune that his grandpa sang, a tune called the St. Anne's Reel. The work was hard and the days were long, but the land was their own and it made them strong. Work's all done, roll the rug to the wall, or dance to the St. Anne's Reel. So get out the fiddle and the mandolin, toe to heel to a tune like it's always been. Take a peck on the cheek as he takes her hand for a dance to the St. Anne's Reel. Shuffle of the shoes on the wooden floor as they dance to a tune from another shore. A song come down from the days of yore. It's a tune called the St. Anne's Reel. strange new land now is home sweet home, and no one recalls where the tune comes from. They still gather round when the work's all done for a dance to the St. Anne's reel. So get out the fiddle and the mandolin, toe the heel to a tune like it's always been. Take a peck on the cheek as he takes her hand for a dance to the St. Anne's reel. The shuffle of the shoes on the wooden floor as they twirl to a tune from another shore. A song come down from the days of yore. It's a tune called the St. Anne's Reel.
I can imagine the dancing that went on to that song. Isn't that beautiful? St. Anne's Reel.
Yeah.
So what I'm curious to know is what kind of events would you guys be hired to play at?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking Irish wedding receptions would be great.
Yes. Yes.
We're actually doing one of those. Was it this Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday.
this-
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's funny that you said that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Hey, by the way, Anna Marie Blanton,
Uh-huh.
Kimberly, Alexander,
Ah,
Lindsay
that's my
said
cousin-in-law.
hi.
Tell her.
Well,
Well,
Your
I guess
cousin-in-law.
my cousin-in-law. Yeah, my
Well,
husband.
you can say hi to her because she's listening.
Hi, Kimberly.
She's watching you too, I'm sure.
Thank you for watching and listening.
Hi, Kim.
That's Drew Alexander's mom. For those of you who may or may not know, Drew is a wonderful young singer-songwriter, and she's phenomenal. She's just started at University of Louisville, and she and I have become buds.
Awesome.
She came on the show the first time, and she would not speak to me. She just played her music, and she wouldn't make a sound. And now she's just back and forth, and she's one upping me. She wants to sit over here and take over the show now. I love her to death. It's a great thing. So anyway, I'm glad to know that Kim knows you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's exciting stuff.
Very cool.
What were we talking about?
I have no idea, but I want you to play more music. If you don't know, where are you going to be playing that I can promote you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
right.
that's right. Yeah, the wedding this Saturday, but that's not open to the
We
public.
can't come to
No,
that.
you can't come.
Doggone it.
Yeah. So I think our next thing is at the Bardstown on October 24th, maybe.
Oh, I love
I
that
think.
place.
So it's on a Friday night from 7 to 9. We play there about once a month. We've been doing that for about 5 years now, something like that. It's not every Friday, and it's once a month, and it's different Fridays. So that's another place.
Did
that
you
can
say the
come.
24th?
I think.
That's a Monday.
Okay, then it's whatever that.
Do you want it to be a Friday? That's the 21st.
That's right.
sounds
That's,
right.
I
Does
think
that
that's,
sound
that
right?
sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But also, people can go to Keltricity.com and see our schedule and find out where we're playing and all that.
We usually have events on our Facebook page.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
Facebook. So we have that. We have played all sorts of things. If you want to
See what I have on my cover post?
Look
at that.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Keltricity.com, folks, if you want to get on and take a look at it. It's a wonderful website, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you guys did a good job.
Yeah, there's
so the
music
Bardstown
samples
on
and-
10/21, which is
Yep.
Friday, 3 weeks from this Friday.
Yep.
And then what's another one?
I don't know. We're
Think
gonna
of it.
we're gonna hit a little bit of a lull here. We've been playing an awful lot over the last 2 days. We've played 9 hours.
Oh
of,
my gosh.
of music. So,
Well, okay, so you deserve to take a break.
yeah.
Don't
yeah.
tell me anymore because you need to rest.
Yeah, that's right.
But you have to play me some more music. So
We will do
don't
that.
rest too much.
We will do that. Yeah. We keep very busy. We're part of the Kentucky Arts Council.
Oh yes, wonderful.
Performing artist roster also, which is adjudicated. That means we had to judge in, and it's a standard of excellence in performance then. So we've been a part of that for probably 5 or 6 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and so we play for them on some occasions that they have, like the Kentucky Crafts Market over in Lexington and things like that. The Jane Austen Ball, too, we do that as
Oh,
an annual
yes.
event, which is different. That's English music.
Yes.
So our band is very versatile. We
You
can,
are
We can do
versatile.
that. So Yeah.
Good.
So I think we'll play Palm Sunday now. Is that right? And Palm Sunday, chordal jig, and the one-horn sheep. And the one-horn sheep is another term for, we found out, a moonshine still. So there you go.
Break it out, babies. This is Keltricity on the Homegrown Radio Hour. Magnificent. Magnificent. Can I think of any more adjectives to describe Keltricity? I think so. I think the biggest problem is whenever there's a great band, the hour flies by at 7:43. I'm going to have to ask permission to expand the Homegrown Radio Hour to the Homegrown Radio Hours.
Hours.
And just stay here for 2 hours and listen to you guys play. Oh, magnificent. What did you, when did you guys begin your formal training? I know Laurel taught herself how to play the accordion, but you probably had some playing on piano. Did you have formal teaching?
Yes, on piano
Yes.
I did since
And
I
when
was
did you start?
Second grade, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
That's when I started too.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. How about you, Caroline? Do you play any instruments besides have a beautiful instrument for your voice.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm feeling like my hands need something to do tonight. Typically, I play keys with them as well.
Oh, wow.
We were just worried about
And fiddle.
hauling it down into the studio.
Oh, and fiddle too.
Sometimes we do some fiddle duets as well. So
Just hold on to that baby, girl.
yeah.
What's your formal training there, Henry?
Well, I actually started on playing violin in fourth grade, fourth through eighth grade. Along came the Beatles that tells you where I'm at. And
Yes.
so I was 13 years old and I found the guitar then, and that was that. So,
Wow.
and I had some really good instructors along the way. Elliot Randall, who was New York's guitar player, played his most famous thing, Steely Dan, the Reelin' in the
yeah,
Years.
love them.
He did the lead guitar work on that song and lots of other stuff though too. And John McCormick, who's by the way going to be in town on Saturday night at Homefront, if you want to go
That
see
sounds
him.
fun. I love going to Kentucky Homefront.
Yeah. So largely though self-taught, other than those folks. And Duck Baker also was another teacher of mine, another fingerstyle guitar player. Some really good experiences.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least,
Oh, me.
this is Anne-Marie Blanton.
I started in my fourth grade orchestra program, picked up lessons. I studied with three really great people, really. Her name was Catherine Moeller, who I studied with through most of grade school through high school. Then I took fiddle from Jeff Guernsey for a while I was in high school, and then went to U of L and studied music there, majored in music, and studied with Patrick Rafferty.
Wonderful, wonderful music program there.
Yeah,
In
it was great.
everything, instruments and vocal. Beautiful. All right, now that we know their background, let's make them play some more. We're making you work hard for your appearance tonight, Keltricity. Next time I'm going to ask you what you do for a living outside of playing music.
Okay.
Think about that one.
Yes, I know. So this is called The Maid That Sold Her Barley.
Oh.
It's cold and raw, the north winds blow, black in the morning early, when all the hills were covered with snow, and then it was winter fairly. As I was riding o'er the moor, I met the farmer's daughter. Her cherry cheeks and slow black hair, they caused my heart to falter. I bowed my bonnet very low to let her know my meaning. She answered with a courteous smile, her looks they were engaging. Where are you bound, my pretty maid? It's now the morning early. The answer that she made to me, kind service only barley. Now 20 guineas I've in my purse and 20 more that's yearly. You need not go to the market town for all buy all your barley. 20 guineas would gain the heart of a maid I love so dearly. Afford to tear with me one night, go home in the morning early. As I was riding o'er the moor the very evening after, it was my fortune for to see the farmer's only daughter. Although the weather be cold and raw, with her I thought to barley. The answer that she made to me, can serve sold my barley.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, so I got an email from Bob Mitchell, and he informed me that John McCormick and you were both in the studio yesterday.
We were at WFPK, yes.
Oh, at
that's correct.
WFPK. Okay,
Yeah.
I was not aware of this.
Yes.
So they beat me to the punch, is what you're saying. No, you didn't have Keltricity there.
No, it was not Keltricity.
No.
John was doing a show there
Awesome.
for the Best of Bob thing. And then the only thing I did was I did some promos.
Yeah, good
both
for you.
For his show, but also for Crescent Hill Radio, too.
Very nice. We appreciate that. We're going to have you do a promo after the show. Okay. It's going to say Crescent Hill Radio is the best.
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
better than the other station you just mentioned by call letters on our air. Henry.
Uh-oh.
What do you do for a living, Henry, outside of playing music?
I'm a mental health therapist in private practice. Been doing that for a long, long time.
And I understand you and I worked at the same place, except I'm still there and you're
Yeah,
not.
that's right. Yeah.
Bridgehaven Mental Health Services.
Bridgehaven, yes.
So
I
glad
did do that.
so glad that, and I hope that some of our friends from Bridgehaven are listening. I'm
I
sure
hope
they
so
are.
too, yeah.
Sounds great. Caroline, what do you and the baby do?
I am lucky to play music for a living. So
Really? How
Yes,
lucky are you? Now,
yes.
are you one of those folks who plays in several bands?
I used to be.
Yeah.
Lately, the gigging has had to slow down a bit
bet,
to
I
be a
bet.
mother. But I teach private lessons. That's probably the majority of my
wow.
steady income. Yeah.
Is it at home or do you have a studio?
I'm out of Boaz Performance Academy up in Floyd Snobs.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
Yeah, I do violin, voice, and piano there. So.
That's amazing. So if anybody is looking for a wonderful young lady to teach their child music, this would be the one. Caroline
sweet.
Yeager. Do you have
Thank
a
you.
Facebook page?
I do, just personal.
All right, good. Well, Caroline Yeager is the name. And Miss Laurel.
I'm retired, but I was a lawyer for about 25 years.
So you're keeping Henry out of trouble is what you're
No, there's no way I can
Impossible.
do that.
Yeah, that's really.
Did you private practice or were you with
I
a
was
firm?
with a corporation. Most of my career was with what was Capital Holding, Providian,
Oh, yeah.
Aegon. Yeah.
Good old Tom.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
got a big old brass statue of him walking around downtown.
Right.
It's pretty
I was
cool.
there when he was.
I bet you were. How about you, Anne Marie?
Music.
Good.
full-time, yeah.
Who else do you play with?
That
That means numbers.
I play with a number of groups: Southern Sirens, Porch Possums, Paducah Symphony, Orchestra Kentucky, and then I recently got signed on to play with a country music artist from Canada, Coulter Wall.
Really?
Yeah.
See, this was funny because when we were Facebook messaging back and forth over the last couple of years, I think, I got the gist of all of the different bands that she was playing with. I was like, I'm sorry. Do you have time to breathe or sleep or eat? That's amazing. I'm assuming all of them pay you as well.
Yes.
Yes, there you go. That's her reason for being with all those bands. Please play some more. We've got time for at least a couple more numbers.
I think we have one more actually for you, but
All right.
well, it'll be long. We'll make it long.
That would be a good idea. Make it long. Make it last, baby.
This is a song about New York, actually, and a very naive man that goes to New York City and gets in all sorts of trouble there. So it's called The New York Girls. It's polka also, because Irish people do polka.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's called New York Girls.
1, 2, 1, 2.
As I walked down through New York town, a fair maid I did see. She asked me up to see her place. She lived on Bleecker Street. And away, Santy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? And when we got to Bleecker Street, we stopped at 44. Her mother and her sister were waiting at the door. And away, Santy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? And when we got inside the house, the drinks were passed around. The liquor was so awful strong, my head went round and round. And then we had another drink before we stopped to eat. The liquor was so awful strong, I quickly fell asleep. And the waves, Nancy, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? Oh, I awoke next morning, I had an aching head. There was I, Jack, all alone, stark naked in the bed. My gold watch and my money and my lady friend was gone. There was I, Jack, all alone, stark naked in the room. And away, Santy, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? In this little room, there's nothing I could see but a woman's shift and apron, they were no use to me. A barrel for a suit of clothes down Cherry Street forlorn. To Barton Churchill took me in and sent me round Cape Horn. And away, Santy, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? And away, Santy, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
My goodness, Keltricity on the Homegrown Radio Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not had this much fun in I don't know how long, but that was beautiful. Irish music always gets your heart singing, and great representation of that beautiful tradition. So you can hear these guys coming up on the 21st, which is a Friday night, October 21st, at the Bardstown. Oh, I forgot to ask what time the show is.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 to 9.
Is there any kind of cover that you have to pay to get in?
Well, we pass the bucket, but
okay.
we ask for $5. That's our suggested
Oh,
donation.
that's the cheapest thing. that
It
you
is
can
the
get.
cheapest
Good
thing.
Lord.
And then we work really cheap.
Give up a Starbucks for the week and
Absolutely, I know.
one
Yeah.
trade. I always compare it to that. You know,
Yeah.
give up a cup of custom coffee, and you can afford to do just
To
about
support
anything.
live music in Louisville.
That's exactly what we want to do, because here on the Homegrown Radio Hour, we only feature live and local, wonderful local and regional musicians, and we're very, very excited to have Keltricity with us tonight. Do you think you can give us 3 minutes of anything?
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, but I want to hear some more harmony. You can even play something else again if you want to.
Or you couldn't have come at a better time.
Couldn't have come at a better
Oh.
time.
I like that. Couldn't have come at a better
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's-
Perfect.
Yeah, this a tune called "Couldn't Come at a Better Time," and it's by an Irishman. So
That's how I feel
That's good
about
enough,
you
right?
guys. You couldn't have come at a better time.
all right, that's all right.
Tune.
Where is this place we've come to? We don't know what to say. We long to see each other. We're frightened of that day. You met me in a barren place. You walked me to the hill. We were so good for each other then. I know we could be still. You couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. Not if you tried. Oh no, not if you tried. Oh no. We have 500 questions between you and me. But when you look into my eyes, my love, tell me what you see. Is it something you're not sure of? Is it something true and fine? Is it just another case of the right thing, the wrong time? You couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. Not if you tried. Oh no, not if you tried. Oh no, you couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. You couldn't have come at a better time. Not if you tried. Oh no, not if you tried. Oh no.
With Keltricity. So appreciate them coming in. It's 8 o'clock, and that means we've got more great shows on Crescent Hill Radio, WCHQ 100.9 FM. Looking forward to more live music next week with Alex Wright on the Homegrown Radio Hour. Thank you, Keltricity.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you so much. Take us out.
You're listening to WCHQ LP, Louisville, Kentucky, 100.9 FM, Crescent Hill Radio. All local music all the time.
It's 81 degrees here in Crescent Hill.
It's 8:01.
Crescent Hill Radio, local music.